Romance novels are just a harmless way for women everywhere to experience the love they'd like to find, right? It's no different than men consuming action movies where heroes save the world and then get it on with a few gorgeous babes. Well, it depends, but an examination of the plotline in most popular romance novels actually gives great insight into why women keep making the same horrible dating decisions that they do. If women would just take a step back and realize that no woman will ever be able to transform a womanizer into a faithful husband through the power of intimacy, they might be able to avoid the lonely existence that awaits them after a few years of playing the field. Let's examine what I've come to call the romance novel fallacy. Well, there are countless romance novels that encompass characters of all ages from all parts of the world across various eras. Examine the bestsellers and you're likely to encounter a story that follows the same basic outline. Chapter 1 introduces the female lead, an early to mid-20s woman who's pursuing her dreams amid many difficulties. She's driven, independent, and not going to let anything, a man or otherwise, stand in the way of her showing the world who she is and what she can do. Enter the male lead. An early to mid-30s, tall, dark, handsome, and incredibly ripped billionaire. Never mind how he became a billionaire. He owns some business or something, but he really doesn't have to put that much effort into it. He's a true player and womanizer. He has all the time he needs for working out, partying, and sleeping with beautiful women, with the author's assurance that he'll remain a billionaire without having to put in any of the time and effort of real entrepreneurs. Then, the hallmark moment. Our heroine meets the handsome hero through some unrealistic but incredibly entertaining encounter. Despite her reservations, the pair ends up having passionate, mind-blowing intimacy within 72 hours. The female lead might experience some confusion or reservation after the fact, but for the male lead, this is the key moment in the story. Sure, everyone knows he's a player with plenty of beautiful women at his fingertips, but our heroine is different. With this girl, the intimacy was so passionate, so utterly amazing and pleasurable, that he knows he'll never be happy again without her in his life. Almost overnight, the once wild and free bad boy transforms into a dedicated and faithful provider, committed to doing whatever is necessary to keep the female lead in his life. Finally, after some brief drama, the pair marries and lives happily ever after. So, what's wrong with it? Nothing technically. There's nothing wrong with reading a work of fiction and enjoying it as a work of fiction. However, have you ever encountered a woman who has a history of dating jerks, yet can't stop complaining about how badly she wants to find a good man, settle down, and get married? A quick search of everything from women's blogs to Reddit threads confirms that there is no shortage of these women available. They say they want good men as opposed to jerks, but when a man they acknowledge to be good finally comes along, they can't help but complain that he just lacks some characteristic that they can only find in those jerks they've dated. What's really going on here? The truth is, these women aren't actually being honest with themselves about what they want. It's not that they want a good man as opposed to a bad boy. They're actually looking to make their life into a romance novel. What they want is an exciting, hot bad boy who they then transform into a committed and faithful husband through the power of great intimacy and their own feminine charms. Every woman wants to be that one woman who can successfully tie the womanizer down, because she is just that awesome. Do women ever succeed in this endeavor? Maybe sometimes, but much like the lottery, for every winner you find, you'll find millions of people who lost. Yet, for some reason, those losers keep blowing their money on lottery tickets every week, hoping that this time they'll be the winner, all the while ignoring what they could have done with that money had they saved it and put it towards a worthwhile investment. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't believe there's anything wrong with reading and writing fiction and enjoying it. However, when you're planning out a lifelong romantic strategy based on a formula that exists almost exclusively in fiction, you shouldn't be surprised that it doesn't work out. If a woman honestly thinks she's going to transform a womanizer into a quality husband through her own sheer awesomeness and great intimacy, well, there's a reason we go to physics textbooks and not sci-fi novels if we want information about the physical universe. And that is my 2 cents. Take it for what it's worth. Thanks everyone for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe, as well as hit the bell to receive notifications so that you never miss an upload. And if you're a fan of my channel, please consider supporting me on Subscribestar, Bitbacker, or Patreon to receive special rewards. All links can be found in the About section of my website, my2centsvideos.com.